how you doing? I hope you are doing great from wherever you are watching this video. Welcome to Hooked by Empress. I am Moirimo, the founder and the designer at Empress Crafts Company, and I just want you to subscribe to my channel. Please, let's get to 100 subscribers. Kindly tell a friend, please, to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have watched our first video, thank you very much. If you have not, kindly pause and go back there so that you can catch up with whatever we want to do in this video. In this video, I am going to show you how to make a slip knot, how to do a chain, and how to do single crochet. For any crochet project, this is the basis. This is where you start from. So this is going to be very helpful for those who want to learn how to do crochet bags, and for those of you who will do the other bags, you will still use this to make the handle for the bag. What we need to learn how to single crochet is a crochet hook. This is size 3.5 millimeters. I'm using 3.5 millimeters because of the yarn that I am using. This is e-crafty yarn, the polyester yarn that we use to make bags. And when you get the yarn, whichever yarn you'll choose to use to learn how to do this single crochet, first make sure you look at the back, because at the back you have the size of the hook that you are required to use. Like for this one, it has been written 3.5 millimeters to 7 millimeters. That is why I'll be using this, which is 3.5 millimeters. Then you'll need a tape measure in case you're continuing with the project. You'll have to measure the size of the chain so that you can continue doing whatever you want to do with the chain. And the chain is all crochet products, you have to start with a chain. Whatever it is that you are making, you have to start with a chain. So you definitely need a tape measure and scissors to cut when you get to the end. So let me show you how to do it. A slip knot, you take the shorter side of the yarn and bring it over your finger like this. Then make sure that you pass it on top of this other yarn to form an X and hold it with your finger like that. Then take this other side and bring it over your finger again and hold it right there with your finger. Using this other hand, take the back loop. This is the back loop and this is the front loop. So take the back loop and pass it over the front loop and remove it from your finger. Then use the short side of the yarn to tighten it like that, and there you go, you have your slip knot. This is what you need to start a chain. I'm going to do that again. You take the shorter side of your yarn, you put it over your finger and you cross it on top of the other side of the yarn to form an X and hold it with your finger right there. Then you take this other side of the yarn and bring it on top of your finger again. Then you hold it next to the other one right there. Using your other hand, take the back loop in front of the front loop and pass it over your finger like that, and tighten with the shorter side of the yarn to have your slip knot right there. Then from this you can continue to make the chain. To make a chain, you take your crochet. Different people hold the crochet hook in different ways. Other people hold it like this, like a knife, and other people hold it like a pencil like this. I find this easier, but depending on yourself, you can try both ways and see which one works better for you. So I'm going to hold it as a pencil like this and put it through the loop, the knot that we just made, like that. Then you can pull the yarn to fasten it. Then this is where you now hold your yarn. For me, I'm going to show you how I hold the yarn. I put it through my 3 fingers, on top of my 3 fingers like this. Then using these 2 fingers, I hold it to my hand like that. Then pass it under my pointing finger. And using my middle finger and my thumb, I hold it tightly at the knot so that I can be able to create tension for my work. This way, the yarn can move lightly like that on my hand. And I'll make sure it's tight because I'm holding it here. So right there and right there. Then hold it with your 2 fingers like that. And to make a chain, you have to make sure that the hook is facing you. Make sure that the hook is facing you so that it can be easier to just pull the yarn through the loop. One thing you can never do is going on top of the yarn like this. Don't do that. Always go underneath like that. So to make a chain, you go underneath the yarn like that. This is called yarning over. So you put your yarn over the crochet hook Okay, so you yarn over, then you pull the yarn through this strand like that, and there we have our first chain. Let me do this again. You put your yarn over the crochet hook, then you pull through your loop like that, and make sure it's not tight. You see, like that one has given me a little trouble pulling through because the yarn on the hook was a bit tight. You can just pull it. So yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through, and you have to do this again and again so that you can get the hang of it. Just do this, do a long chain, continue repeating this time and time again. Just yarn over and pull through, and as I continue to work, you can notice that I continue to move these two fingers up the chain so that I can create tension for my work. So you yarn over and pull, okay, yarn over and pull, and the yarn also continues to move through my hand by itself. Yarn over and pull, okay, yarn over and pull, yarn over and pull, and there you have it. You have a chain. So continue making a chain. Do it again and again, because the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And the next thing I'm supposed to show you is to make a single crochet, but let me explain something for a minute. When you look at this chain, it's like it's forming V's. There are like some V's. This V is made of two strands, this one and this one. Then when you look at the back, there's another strand that is forming bumps at the back. So it's like we have 3 strands of yarn per chain, and this one, the front one, is called the front loop. This is the front one, it's called the front loop. Then the one we have beneath it is called the back loop. Then we have this other strand that goes at the back. We are never going to use that one, so don't worry about it. You just have to use the front loop when you're making a single crochet, and I'll show you how. Once you've worked your chain, let me count. We have how many chains here? We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. You don't count the loop on your crochet hook, that doesn't count as a chain. So when you're starting to work a single crochet, you have to skip the last chain. You don't count the one that is on your hook, you count the one that is below it. That's the chain, the last chain. Okay, so you have to skip the last chain and work on the next one. And to work a single crochet, this is what you do. You jump the last chain, then you go through this front loop. The one that I've told you is called the front loop. You go through the front loop with your crochet hook, and just like we have been doing to make a chain, you yarn over and you pull it through the front loop. Don't pull it to the end, just pull it through the front loop like that. And now you have 2 loops on your hook, the one that we had at the end of the chain and the one that we have created right now. And to make a single crochet, you just yarn over again and pull through both the loops like that, and there you have your first single crochet. Let me do this again. You take your crochet hook and you go through the front loop like that, the one that we formed while making a chain. You go through the front loop like that, then you yarn over. As always, don't go on top of the yarn, always go beneath the yarn. So you yarn over and you pull it through the front loop, and there we have 2 loops on the hook. Then you yarn over again and you pull through again, go through the front loop, yarn over, pull through the front loop. You have 2 strands of yarn on your hook, then you pull through, and that is how a single crochet is done. You can continue doing this, just keep repeating till it becomes easier. Just go through the front loop, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over again and pull through both the loops. Okay, go through the front loop, yarn over, pull through that front loop. You have 2 strands of yarn on your crochet hook, then yarn over again and pull through. And we are almost at the end of our chain, so let's continue doing it. You go through the front loop, yarn over, pull through that front loop. Then you have 2 strands of yarn on your hook, then you yarn over again and pull through both strands. Yeah, just keep doing that, keep repeating it till it feels easier and easier. And there you have it. You know how to make a slip knot, you know how to make a chain, you know how to do single crochet, and we will be using this to make the handles for our bags. So kindly learn this, and we will continue from there next time.